I'd love to get your thoughts, just wrapping up on next steps and where we go from here. And Congressman, you had some thoughts there.
Well, one thought I wanted to get in is when we put the Open Act out, we put it on what we call Madison, named for the president, as an open bill. And it was, it was a little bit of a learning curve, quite frankly, a little bit like Wikipedia, because we didn't know who was going to be a genuine amender and who was going to be there for mischief. But we allowed the bill to have something beyond just public comment. Actually allow people to offer their comments, be identified as an author, saying, I think you should change this. And then people could look and say, who was it that said this? And they could question their motives and so on. We think that that's part of the open process, is that if you can't come to Washington and have a lobbyist, but there's a piece of legislation, being able to question it, being able to amend it, or propose an amendment. We had about 11 amendments that went into the next generation of draft bill that is now technically has a number. So we think that's part of the process. SOPA would not have ended up being rushed in if it's each time before the secret versions showed up, if these had actually been open for genuine public access for a period of time. And I don't mean a PDF posted somewhere. I mean an interactive, available document where people can make comments and the others can see it.
Could be okay.
No, but PDF is not okay when you want to say this line, this place, this problem, and then you want people to easily be able to mark it up. There are tools to make PDF look like something else. And please do. But we all, and I'll use Wikipedia because Jimmy's here and I want to suck up to him. I am a politician after all. But really, Jimmy, what you've been able to do to have open sites, then sites that are a little less open because they've been subjects, and then ultimately, like the president's site, where make all the comments you want, it's not going to change quickly, was a learning curve of how to create total openness, but then protect against mischief. Congress needs to get there. We need to have that total openness. That's one of the projects that I'm hoping the internet community will say, we want to help get Congress more open. We want to demand they do the tools, but we want to help them get to those tools. And that's a challenge because I've been pushing a very well-cooked wet noodle trying to get us technology. Last year, by the end of the year, we had finally gotten to where we were streaming all the committee's hearings so that people could stream them and download most of them from archives, so that when you hear something happened in Congress, you can go get it. The next generation has to be, no, somebody's saying something now and I want to be able to online quickly ask a few questions and see what Darrell Issa or John McCain or somebody else said 6 years ago in a committee hearing. That's where we're going to get open governance and responsiveness, because I guarantee you, making us accountable for what we said in committees and subcommittee activities will, or for that matter, just knowing what somebody else said, will allow the public to make a difference in how politicians act when no one's looking. No one's looking at subcommittee hearings. If you put them online, they will be looking then. And the same thing with our bills.